Audiotree Live. Today is Monday, August 3rd, 2015, and we're honored to have with us Sorority Noise.
I suppose in this ever-growing search for love, transcend all my clothes and become bare. 'Cause I'm not sure of anything in this world except I'm always wearing black and sleeping in. You compose yourself each day, knowing all I know. Cross my heart and hope to die, I swear. But we remain separate in disdain, barely breathing enemies, not wrong. So dark, I can barely sleep. Ask me how I feel about myself, I'd ask you that right back and expect a pause. 'Cause who are we to be really feeling anything? It's always been my dream to be empty. But I pretend that you love me. You'll always be the reason I stay clean.
Audiotree Live with Sorority Noise. Man, I love how you said you were gonna intro like a classic rock intro. It was so beautiful too. You got way down for it. Man, it's inspirational, really. Thank you guys very much for coming out. You for being back, and you guys for being here for the first time.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
Of course. I would like to know a little bit about footwear. So I feel like I'm running into this point in my life. Maybe I'm getting too old, or I don't know, where like I'm not wearing the right footwear all the time, you know? So like I get lower back pains or whatever, like I'm outside for a long time and things get hurt. Do you guys have like a pair of shoes that your go-to for tour?
Adam needs new shoes really badly.
Yeah?
I mean, normally I like the Sanooks a lot just because they're like really lightweight and comfy. But like I've had these for like almost a year now, and they're just like super worn down.
Yeah.
I was black on black Vans, almost religiously for about 4.5 years.
Yeah.
And then I just stopped feeling parts of my body.
Yeah,
and I was
seriously.
Like, I think it's the shoes.
Yeah.
So I went with my little brother, who's a really good athlete, and he took me to the Nike outlets in New Hampshire. And we both found these shoes for like $25. They're like Nike free runs. They don't look great on me, but they're the comfiest shoe I've ever had. I did also New Balance 420s for a while too, which
Okay.
were also really comfortable. But yeah, I don't really care what it looks like anymore. I just want to feel like pretty comfortable.
Yeah, there's that point where, like, you're
Yeah.
just miserable all the time, right? What
don't
about
wanna
you guys?
walk.
I mean, you've got the boots.
Yeah, my only rule is waterproof.
Okay.
Because I had waterproof boots once, and I can never go back.
Okay,
after
cool.
That. And yeah, otherwise I just like heavy shoes.
Yeah.
And I need arch support because same thing, lower back, flat feet, horrible.
Yeah.
I just like shoes that don't make me feel like I'm wearing shoes.
Oh, right,
straight
okay.
Converses, I'm still keeping it black on black Vans, just chilling.
Just the lightest possible, or like the
exactly.
least possible between
Whatever's
there.
possible support. 6'3" dude, bent over.
Just hunched all the time. You're gonna have osteoporosis soon
I have a
enough.
pair of like Nike Sambas. Like they're
Yeah.
like they're like really comfortable. Also got those. I'm really patient. The Nike outlets are really hard
Yeah,
right now,
for
but I
real.
got those for like $20 in like the no one wants these section.
Yeah.
and they're rule, and they're great shoes as well.
Cool.
For all my indoor soccer playing needs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder, there's a market there where it's like not sports person meets like outlet, right?
Yeah.
And they have to get those shoes that are left over, you know? Sweet. Thanks again, you guys, for coming out and hanging out. Why don't you go into your next set?
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, and they're playing these two back to back, you guys and you guys.
Wiping my eyes asleep, drinking yesterday morning's coffee. Slam my head against the wall, put the same black jeans on, wear a hat so you can see my hair. Maybe I'll die this time. Maybe I'll be fine this time. Maybe I'm my own greatest fear. Or maybe I'm just scared to admit that I might not be as dark as I think. Maybe I am not the person that I never wanted to be. Maybe I'm my own greatest fear. Or maybe I'm just scared to admit that I might not be as dark as I think. I might not be as dark as I think.
Here's the thing, I'm doing fine. I know that I'm not worth your time. You need to change, I'm still the same. Took everything but my name.
Maybe I won't die this time. 'Cause maybe I'll be fine this time. Maybe I'm my own greatest fear. And maybe I'm just scared to admit that I might not be as dark as I think. Maybe I am not the person that I never wanted to be. Maybe I'm my own greatest fear. Or maybe I'm just scared to admit that I might not be as dark as I think. I might not be as dark as I think. Maybe I'm my own greatest fear. 'Cause maybe I'm just scared to admit that I might not be as dark as I think. Maybe I'm not the person that I never wanted to be. Maybe I'm my own greatest fear. Or maybe I'm just scared to admit that I might not be as dark as I think. I might not be as dark as I think. happy? And am I getting better? I used to make excuses for myself, but it's not the weather. I try to rid myself of my anxious tendencies, but I have to accept my head for what it is today. I'm not superhuman, well I'm barely alive, and I would kill to leave my house and not be afraid of the outside. So I started thinking it'd be so nice to not trouble sleeping. I haven't slept in nights, so I called to apologize for every night I told you I didn't want to live my life, but I hung up before you picked up, 'cause I changed my mind. You know more about plants than I know about myself, and if giving up doesn't make you stronger, then why the hell am I still here? Call me depressed, tell me to get over it. It's not in my head, it's in my blood. So I called to apologize for every night I told you I didn't want to live my life, but I hung up before you picked up, 'cause I changed my mind. And I've gotten better at getting better. And I've gotten better at getting better at being me. I've gotten better at getting better, and I've gotten better at being me. And I've gotten better at getting better, and I've gotten better at being me. At being me.
Thank you.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're here with Sorority Noise. It's awesome when I can feel like your drums, you know? When you hit them, I can they hit me a little bit, you know?
That's awesome.
It's great.
This is a beautiful kit.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that you're playing it. Is it working out for you? You feel good
Oh,
about
it's
it?
incredible.
Okay.
I've always wanted to play a CC, so this is beautiful.
Sweet, dude. Sweet. Yeah, wink. Anyone. Shoes and drums. They could use both. And as many of those guitars as you can get your hands on. I don't know how many of them there are. What is it again?
It's a 2011 Gibson Melody Maker Explorer. I almost bought one in blue the other day, but
What kind of blue?
it's
Like
like a
periwinkle?
royal blue,
Oh,
like
okay.
kind of like his shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah. But you just settled on the white because...
It just looks sick. I don't
Okay,
know.
sweet.
We're really into Guitar Hero, so
Yeah, so
we
you
try and play
wanted
a
to
black SG and a white Gibson Explorer as much as possible.
And just put the colored tape on each of your frets so that you can remember where you're supposed to be.
Pro
That's
tip.
great.
I think this is the blue chord. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. You guys, can we do the one that starts out with red, please? I think it's two
John the-
reds
John
and
the
then a green. Yeah, that's a great one. Okay, so we did just a thing to submit questions to viewers to ask, and so I'm wondering, what's a piece of advice for bands when going into the studio?
Know what you want to play.
Okay.
We had the opportunity to, we recorded at my school with one of our professors, Matt Beltrucki, and I helped him as well. So we had the luxury of being able to be in the studio where it wasn't super close time that we had to be careful of going over. It was pretty much we'll do what we want when we can, and we'll try and make it sound the best as possible.
Yeah.
But if you go into the studio really, really well rehearsed, you can knock out a record in hours, 2 days. You can cut off 5-6 days of your time if you go in knowing. Be open to suggestion, but also if you go in saying we've written the record, this is it. That's gonna, especially going into the studio for your first time, that's gonna help you abundantly.
Sure.
Anyone else?
Yeah, other advice?
Be on time.
Okay.
Always on time.
Always on time.
Yeah.
No one likes anyone being late.
Yeah. In terms of the planning part or preparation, I mean, do you have or did you guys have, track lists written out and parts written out like that directly, or is it just you've played a lot together?
That wasn't that. We actually, for the new record we just put out, we practiced one day 2 days, 12 hours, the first time with this lineup.
Oh,
And
damn.
then we went into the studio very confident with
Yeah.
what we had, and we bounced a lot of ideas off each other and changed a lot of things around. So it wasn't as much of a time set, but we did know what we wanted to make sense. Lyrics were all written and everything.
Yeah.
And then we added piano, strings, everything on top of that at the end process. But
Okay.
all of the band work was pretty much well thought out, right?
Yeah.
Except for the solos.
Okay, cool. Yeah, which is probably a gut thing or like a moment thing anyway,
and,
right?
and that's another thing in the studio. It's hard because like you want to put yourself into the music, so you don't want everything to be like, too rehearsed or too
Yeah.
robotic. So you have to like make sure that you're in like a comfortable space
Sure.
to really make everything happen properly.
Yeah.
Go out to lunch with the producer or the engineer first before it. I think that helps a lot, just getting to know who you're working with, kind of
Sure.
getting, because that first day is probably going to be you feeling each other out. But if you can like get that away, take them out to lunch. Take them out. Lunch is cheaper than dinner, so take them out to
Yeah,
lunch.
take them out to lunch or even brunch if you
Take
want.
them out to brunch. Oh man, they only have orange juice left. Oh well, let's talk.
Too bad, man. Yeah. That's a really great idea because that relationship you're gonna be working with for a
Yeah.
while. If you don't get along, you're not gonna get what you want, and they're probably not gonna get what they want
Definitely.
either. So yeah. In terms of lyrics for this project, they're all yours or mostly written
Yeah,
by you?
all mine.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you do the spoken word stuff in Old Gray, right?
Yeah, I do. That in Old Gray, we just whatever we wrote or we kind of performed. Like there were 3 different people contributing to the
Yeah,
lyrics.
okay.
But for this one, I actually just joined this band to record "Joy Departed."
Right.
It was kind of like a last minute, like me and Cam have just played a lot together.
Since we were,
and
like, 16.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm just like his sort of go-to. I don't think I'm good enough at drums to be go. I can't call myself a go-to, but we just like work really well together and like have a lot of fun. So I ended up just hopping on this, and like I love the message that Cam's putting out through his lyrics. I completely, agree with everything that he's trying to make, and like the waves that we're trying to kind of put out there, because we have such an opportunity to talk to so many kids that are going through so much, and
Right.
just show a little hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. And that's awesome. You can get that new record, Joy Departed, wherever you get music on the internet in record stores. And why don't you guys roll into your next track?
Awesome. If you don't mind, if I talk a little bit the song. next.
Absolutely. Do it, man.
The next song is called "Using." It's I've been trying to talk about this as much as shows as possible, but I have manic depression, and I just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with that. A lot of people bastardize sorrow to try and make it lately something that's like not always there, like something that is in phases. But if you have a mental illness, borderline personality disorder, bipolar disorder, manic depression, any form of depression, if you know someone experiencing that, you should reach out to them and instead of telling them to get over it, tell them you want to help and you want to be there for them. So this song was about overcoming addiction and depression, and not overcoming it because it's always there with me, but learning to make the best of it. So that's just one thing we're trying to talk about. Is suicide and death is so real in all of our lives that we can't see another person be like taken because people are worth so much, and depression is a question that doesn't need to be answered for a really long time. So I just been trying to talk about that because I feel like not enough people know that, like, just because everyone if you have this, you have it, and it's real, and no one's going to tell you to get over it. You just need to learn how to make the best of it. And Charlie, do you also want to say something?
Yeah, and also this next song, I'd love to do a little dedication to my homie who passed away the other night. We lost him way too young and way too early, and the fact that I get to be here and with you and get to create some music, I couldn't. It's Zach Higgins. He was a really amazing person, and I just wanted to do this one for him.
So thank you so much.
I started using a gun. Left my heart in Rocky Hill and a hole burning in my bed. Needed a distraction from my head. The devil on my shoulders, and try this instead. So I started using a gun. Started sleeping again. Traded late nights and sheep for Vicodin. And the guilt burning in my chest set in. I started sleeping again. I stopped wishing I was dead. Learned to love myself before anyone else becomes more than just a burden. I know I'm more than worthy. smoking again. Guess I miss covering my lungs up every morning. Needed anything to keep me breathing, to prevent my blood from bleeding. Started smoking again. Started loving again. Thought when I lost that will to live, I could never feel again. I'll give it one more shot and let someone in. I started loving again. I started loving again. I started loving again. I started loving again. I stopped wishing I was dead. Learned to love myself before anyone else becomes more than just a burden. I know I'm more than worthy of your time. I'm so much worthy of your time.
Thank you.
Audiotree Live, we're here with Sorority Noise. You guys can get ready to go into your next track, and I will say that, again, that their new record, Joy Departed, is out now. You can get it in stores everywhere and online, and they're on tour through mid to late August with You Blew It and Microwave. Any other tour news or like festival stuff?
We
or
just
anything
we're
else?
playing a festival called Wrecking Ball Festival in Atlanta, which is gonna be really tight. There's so many incredible bands. Like when the first time I saw the lineup, I was like, "This is." They released on April Fool's Day, and they were like, "Haha!" And then the next day, tickets went up for sale.
And it
they
was
were like,
real.
Yo, what's up? So
Sweet.
yeah, Wrecking Ball Fest. We're playing 3 sets that night.
Cool.
We're doing a Sorority Noise set. We're playing an Old Grey set, and then we're doing a Smashing Pumpkins cover set at the end.
With maybe a Motion City cover song or
Yeah.
two in there too.
Yeah, we just ended our tour with them last night, and they're just incredible people. So, and tonight we start 5 days with The Weeks. So, yeah, thank you so much.
When we broke up, you told me to try and find myself, so I found myself in someone else's bed. You can say I'm a fool, but you've had 4 boyfriends since, and I've learned to love myself more than I could ever love you. So I taught myself French, so I could tell you I loved you in a way that you could never understand. And I taught myself Norse, just to sit on your back porch. And I'm not going anywhere, except I am going to die. So I taught myself Spanish, so I could tell you I loved you in a way that you could never understand. And I taught myself sign language to speak to myself. When we broke up, you told me to try and find myself, so I found myself in someone else's bed. You can say I'm a fool, but I've had 4 girlfriends since, and I've learned to love myself more than I could ever love you.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Sorority Noise. So I want to know a little bit about Regina Spektor because I've seen her name mentioned out of your mouth a bunch of different times, and I guess I just don't know her music well enough to know what you love about her so much.
Man, don't even. We don't have enough time.
Okay, but give me the short version.
The album 1111. Listen to the song Braille.
Okay.
And that will tell you everything you need to know. She's just been my favorite songwriter. I had ordered a T-shirt offline for like $40 when I only had $50 to my name when I was in like 10th grade.
Sweet.
And I wore it everywhere. It got too small. Can't wear it as much anymore. Gonna have to make it into a back patch. I don't wear shirts with back patches, but
But you could.
and she's just she
For
uses
her
her
to be worth
voice
it.
as an art form. She has an album called Songs. She has a song called Daniel Cowman that's also like, God, she uses her words so well and eloquently, but she also has, like on one of her earlier records, Soviet Kiss, she has a song called Your Honor, and it just sounds like Shit Luck by Modest Mouse. Like, and she's all over the place, and she's so brilliant, and God, she with just her and her piano, those songs just like really set up this sense of vulnerability that I've always liked to like almost pull from, because when she writes, it's so open. Like there's
Sure.
nothing, just her piano, and you have complete access into her life,
Right.
and her stories. And that was something that I didn't always hear people doing as much when I was listening to music. And man, yeah, I've been listening to her since like 8th, 9th grade, since like Fidelity came out. I saw it on the music video on MTV, and she really dug in. And
Yeah.
yeah, she's phenomenal.
So that transparency is important to you.
So important. I think
Cool.
it's one of the most important things you can do. Like if you're going through some stuff, why not write a song about you and get all that anxiety and all that shit off of you? And that, I don't know if she was going for that, but that's what she showed me, and it was so important.
Yeah, sweet. Have you been able to see her perform ever, or
I haven't. I was supposed to go once with a friend, and then I just don't know what happened.
Sure.
Tickets sold out, I believe. I don't remember.
Okay.
But I haven't had the opportunity to see her. No, I've watched a lot of live videos. Though.
Yeah, you've seen as much as you as you
Yeah.
can. That's awesome, man. It's cool to have like I don't know, not a hero, but basically someone to pay attention to in the music scene. Because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't want to let's say claim their influences a little bit, and I think that's cheating a
Yeah.
little bit.
Well,
Like
it's hard-
people influence you,
Yeah.
so just say a few of them.
There's not
you
as
know?
much of a sonic influence with her.
Of
and I,
course,
so
of
that's
course, of course.
It's easier to say, yeah, I love this music.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, dudes. Again, thank you for coming out. Why don't you roll into your last one for us?
Thank you so much.
How do you become more to friends than a conversation piece? Does it make you feel better knowing you got the best of me? I wanna mean enough to someone that they feel the need to tell me they feel the same. I can be replaced. I can be replaced. Find me slurred lines and blank stares. Sign me along air and cheap cigarettes. Don't chalk me up to anything less than sin. Find me along air and cheap wine. Find me slurred lines and blank stares. Find me along air and cheap cigarettes. Don't chalk me up to anything less than sin.
This is Audiotree Live. We've been in the studio with Sorority Noise. You guys do a ton of things really well, but what I especially appreciate about you is how relieved I feel after your music sometimes. You're able to like put that explosive release into a song that makes me just feel like good, you know, that a lot of the stress that I had is now over after it. So
Dang,
thanks
thank you
for that.
so much.
Yeah, of course.
That really means
That
the
means
world.
so much.
They're on tour for a while, so you can check them out and you can get their music. Thanks to the band, thanks to awesome people in the studio and sound engineers,
Thank you guys so
camera
much.
and
Can't-
lighting crew.
This sounds fucking awesome. Thank
Looking
you.
it up, and viewers, thanks for watching. You can support the band by downloading the session when it comes out in a week or so, and send a shout via social media to us or the band if you just want to connect. From all of us here at the Audiotree Studios, thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Hell yeah.